De la right, my MVVs, welcome.
There's a palace guard reportedly leaked a very, very important information on what Ooni of Ife has been doing lately. Like, the man has been through so much. You see this thing that Iyanifa, they are looking for complete ritual material and everything that Iyanifa is doing and other diviners. They say Kabiyesi right here in the palace. He may not be out there in the groove with them, but the kind of work that man is doing in the palace to ensure that they get those materials, like they are successful in their search for those materials. They say the kind of fight, the kind of rituals, the kind of that Kabiyesi. There was a night the man stayed up like no sleep from 11 o'clock in the night till 9 o'clock in the morning. His eyes were open like this. We will stay here and be saying he's not doing anything to get his wife back. It's not easy, oh. It is not easy. It's not as easy as we think. It is not as easy as we think. They said when this palace guard gave this information on what is, everybody was shocked. Everybody was shocked. The palace insider have leaked new and intriguing detail about the tension-filled night at Ile-Ife Palace, where the Ooni of Ife, alongside the Geise elders and trusted diviners, reportedly stayed awake till the early hours of the morning, consulting and preparing for the final spiritual ritual involving Queen Naomi. This ritual, as many know, is the last and most significant step in a series of 3 powerful traditional ceremonies designed to spiritually reunite Queen Naomi with the Ooni of Ife in the full restoration of their marital bond. According to sources within the palace, the atmosphere was unlike anything the palace has witnessed in recent years. The Ooni of Ife was said to be unusually quiet, deeply reflective, and heavily guarded by his personal spiritual advisors. From the evening hours into the morning hours, the inner courtyard of the palace was lit with sacred lamps and symbolic torches, making the beginning of intense spiritual deliberation. The Geise elders respected traditional leaders and interpreters of the ancestral codes of the Yoruba kingdom were seen arriving one after the other, each carrying specific calabash and traditional leather pouch believed to contain herbs, scrolls, and ancient objects passed through generations. These elders are not commonly involved in routine palace matters. Their appearance alone signified that what was happening was of utmost spiritual and cultural importance. Now, inside the sacred inner chamber where no outsiders are allowed, the selected diviners and seers were permitted to enter. These individuals, mostly elderly and highly revered, were tasked with interpreting the latest omens and vision concerning Queen Naomi for months now. The spiritual guards have been working silently in the background, checking what the ancient ancestors are saying regarding her journey, her destiny, and the powerful, marital covenant that was never fully broken between her and the Ooni of Ife. Now, they had to check specifically one after the other to ensure that they are able to ascertain what route will lead to the materials for the final full moon ritual. It's been very cumbersome for them to get the final full moon ritual. Just a few days ago, we heard that they got the arches from an Iroko tree and remaining 2, and it's been really, really cumbersome for them to get it. Our palace informants say that during this crucial night, specific ritual materials were laid out, rare items that are not easily found and are traditionally used only once in a generation. Among them were cowries believed to have been collected from sacred waters, raw, white feathers from royal bed kept, deep within the forest of Osun, and a mysterious clay pot said to contain water drawn from 7 different ancestral rivers. Each time Each item had to be spiritually tested. One by one, this process involved chant, incantation, and the invocation of the oracles to ensure that each element recognize the part for which they are going to find the materials, the spiritual material that is connected to Queen Naomi's identity, that will bring her back to her life that is with the Ooni of Ife. According to one senior guard who stood watch all night, the moment Queen Naomi's name was mentioned in the circle of divination, the cowries reportedly moved in a pattern that caused murmurs among the elder. It was interpreted as a direct sign that her spirit had been summoned and was in alignment with the spiritual task at hand. Now, wow. Now, wow! My head don't full. Now, it's important for people to understand what is going on. You know, we just talk and talk and talk. We don't know what is going on. There is a battle, a very big battle. Now, this battle is not just about the Oloris. You know, we talk and talk about the Oloris and the Oloris and the Oloris. Those people who, you know, would ordinarily want that position for themselves and not the Ooni of Ife will continue to fight, because they do know that should Naomi return back to the palace, you know, it would be difficult for them to fight Kabiyesi. Now, you know that these ritual materials, as Iyanifa is going in to try and get it, other diviners are going to other part of the group to try and get it. They are spiritualists. They are people who are doing everything to hide those materials. And that is the reason why Kabiyesi has to stay on alert, okay? They said that day at about 3 a.m., there was a sudden hush across the palace grounds. The diviners declared that the final set of items had been spiritually accepted, okay? Like, as in spiritually given, like they have already released them from where they are supposed to, where they have been hiding there. So apparently, people have been, you know, doing series of divination, hiding those items. Every day they do one more divination, they take these things even further. Every day they do one more divination, they take these things even further. Every day that they do one more divination, they take these things even further, because they don't want Kabiyesi's hand to reach it, so that this final full moon ritual will not hold. The final full moon ritual that is called the strawberry ritual is supposed to be on the 21st of this month. That is when it's not just from the Ooni of Ife. You yourself who is listening to me, go and on net and browse when is the full moon of June. You will see what they will tell you. Find out what is the name. It's not, the strawberry ritual is not from Ile-Ife. It's not a Yoruba thing. It's globally. That is this full moon. Every full moon has a name. This one is called the strawberry ritual. And that is when they are supposed to seal this thing with Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. And it's coming on the 24th. That is when that moon is supposed to be full. These people are fighting against time to ensure that Kabiyesi, Naomi, everybody involved do not get those materials, and Kabiyesi is staying up and fighting, also fighting rituals upon rituals upon rituals upon rituals upon rituals. They say what makes this development even more dramatic is the growing tension among the other Oloris. Some of them, according to sources, were completely unaware that this level of spiritual attention was being given to Olori Naomi. That right now they have now come to see who Olori Naomi is. Before they didn't know. They thought that it's all of these things. People are just talking. Right now, they now know who Naomi is. They know that Naomi is not an ordinary girl. Naomi is not to be played with. Yes. Naomi is something really, really special. They just found out right about now. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.